Hello, good afternoon. I'm going to be discussing another concept from the mental game of poker by Jared Tendler. This part is called the Inchworm theory, part of the adult learning model on how we as adults learn any skill. We'll apply it to poker specifically. It ties into the A to C game analysis that I did the other day, and I'll show you how. So, the overall concept is that our play, our performance in any skill has a range of performance quality. So you have your A game, you know what it feels like to play your A game. You're sharp, you're in tune, making all the right decisions. You have your C game. I guess we're nice. We don't call it the F game, but it's the C game, which is where you're just making all the mistakes that you can possibly make. And then most of the time you play somewhere in the B game range. The Inchworm model describes how we improve this whole bell curve from low poker skill or low any skill to high any skill. So over here we have high. And we want to move this whole bell curve this way. So how do you do that? Say you learn a new concept. So that's improving your A game. So now we have the same start of the C game, and now your A game is way out here. Your C game is still back here. Now you have this huge range of B game, and you never know uh, what's going to show up. You could be a superstar for that day, or you could be just as bad as you ever were. So now you have this really flat learning curve, or really flat performance curve. And the next goal is to actually improve your C game. And I think most people in poker and a lot of skills start learning A game and only learn A game. They stop drilling C game, but you have to learn the C game, or you have to drill the C game to the point where your C game is better. So now, say we work on our C game, which means we just kind of drill all the concepts that are tough for us. And now we've moved the C game forward. Actually, hold on. A game would be right about here. Still the same spot. So now you have this tight bell curve again where your A game is about here and your C game is better. You never show up down here. So then what do you do again? You learn new concepts. Now you've created space to learn new concepts. The C game is here. And now the A game is way out here. Then you drill the C game concepts. Now the C game is here. A game right here. And then you can see that as you extend the A game, clean up the C game, extend the A game, clean up the C game, this whole bell curve moves like an inchworm moves. Reaches forward and pulls back the tail. Reaches forward, pulls back the tail. So say at this point, your C game, you've gotten so much better, is actually better than the A game from a long time ago. And so this is kind of a model on how learning occurs and how you actually probably can optimize your learning. And if you understand that and you understand you need to improve your C game, you will see improvements in your whole overall curve. I think a lot of people ignore their C game. They watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos. They think they've learned everything and they show up at the table and then they play their C game, which is so far back here. Maybe their A game is way up here just because they learned these concepts that they just have this wider range of performance quality and you can never figure out actually how good you are. Um, so having a nice tight bell curve is good. Um, my C game skills that I always need to clean up are pre-flop. I get a little loose and passive. And flop, maybe I C bet too much. Got to be a little bit more careful on analyzing flops. We'll say analyzing flops and ranging opponents. When I play my bad C game, I'm not doing those things. But recently, I just had a nice little run because I fired one bullet into the Poker Atlas title event at Resorts World, and I actually cashed. Not even a min cash. I got like 35th out of like 450. And I'm not even a cash game player, but I was in the zone. So, or I'm not even a tournament player, but I was in the zone, so I played well. Um, and then I went to the win right after that, played a 2-5 session and ended out 2.5K up, which was from good, clean play, exploitative play, just sharp, focused, not being distracted. And my A game skills showed up, which were knowing when to make a big river bluff. knowing when to make a tight laydown. And I did that well because I had cleaned up my C game and I've been working on my C game a lot. That I was able to show up with my A game more frequently. So I think I pay attention to my C game more than my A game these days. And I think that's really, really the opposite of what most people do. And I'm noticing big, big improvement when I'm cleaning up the C game. I think people think they've learned something and they actually really haven't. So I hope you understand the Inchworm theory and you can apply it to yourself. And you really, 90% of you out there probably need to just work on your C game skills. Just drill the dumb, easy pre-flop, drill the easy poker odds, drill the everything you thought you knew. Just clean that up. Keep working on it. Always be working on that. And then your C game gets better and better. And that should be enough for today. I'll tie this into other mental game of poker theories shortly. All right. Till next time.